My name is Shiza Shehzad, and I'm a practicing psychotherapist and a mental health counselor. I'm also a consultant for the higher education sector. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic which is very close to my heart and something that needs to come to the forefront of our discussions and dialogues. That is the postpartum experience. Having experienced this myself recently, and also by interacting with so many clients, friends, colleagues, acquaintances, and relatives, what I've realized is that we're extremely dismissive of this experience. And that is why I say that we need to create awareness for this particular topic. So postpartum का time period वो time period है जब आपने बच्चा deliver कर देते हैं. Every woman goes through this experience. Some women, they might experience mild symptoms, while some experience extreme emotional and mental distress, which means that it is actually a spectrum. And it is important to understand here that a lot of women don't really understand what's going on with them during this time. आपने अक्सर नोटिस किया होगा अपने साथ या mothers, young women who are becoming mothers for the first time in their lives, कि वो बहुत irritable हुई होती हैं, उनमें बहुत गुस्सा होता है, या वो बहुत lost feel कर रही होती हैं, बहुत sad होती हैं. Sometimes they feel completely hopeless, they feel withdrawn, वो अपने एक shell में चली जाती हैं, इतना बात नहीं कर पाती हैं. So they experience a range of emotions. And so it's important for us to really unpack the experience. One of the most common struggles that I've heard during my practice is that how it is one of the most important and profound transitions in your life, where women are actually trying to navigate in adopting a brand new role in their lives. A role that has its own set of expectations, responsibilities, and demands. When women are trying to adopt this particular role, they get so consumed by it that they start feeling a sense of loss. They keep wondering about their, pre-postpartum lives. And there's a longing of that old sense of self. And questions like, who am I beyond being a mother, come up for women during this time. And when women are experiencing these emotions, or these thoughts actually, the emotional manifestation of this thought process is a lot of guilt and shame starts coming up for them. And over here, it's also important to realize and understand that it's completely okay and normal to have two conflictual feelings at the same time. A lot of times, what has come up in my practice is women saying that, मैंने तो इस बच्चे के बारे में इतनी देर से सोचा हुआ है, मैंने और मेरे हस्बैंड ने कितने सालों से ये प्लान किया था, and we were fantasizing about this moment, but why am I feeling so low? या they would also say things like, मेरे आसपास लोग सारे इतने खुश हैं with the baby coming in the family, and the baby is literally the life of the family, and yet here I am feeling so low, completely lost. And over here, it's important to understand that a lot of women, जिनके लिए ये feelings, when they feel these feelings, they start to really harshly judge themselves. And when they judge themselves, there's a lot of guilt कि मैं ऐसा क्यों feel कर रही हूँ, मुझे इस तरह feel नहीं करना चाहिए. But I want to tell you that it's completely normal and okay to feel this way. There is a need to humanize and normalize these experiences for women. Another distressing struggle that women during this time go through is the loss of independence, freedom, and spontaneity that they feel during this time. Naturally, the baby is completely dependent on the mother for everything, be it feeding, sleeping, changing the diaper. So essentially, the child needs are a priority now. and the mother's needs are secondary in this particular instance. And so during this time, what happens is that mothers, even for like small tasks, like, taking a shower or cooking their favorite meal or going out with their friends, or even basic things like going to the washroom, they feel like this burdening task that kind of needs a lot of planning in their heads. Only when the baby is kind of settled are they able to kind of do something for themselves, which earlier they would just do at the spur of the moment. So what happens as a result of this is that they start feeling really isolated, and sometimes they also feel resentment towards the child. And while they're experiencing all of this, they're also seeing other people around them going on with their lives very normally. And so they start feeling resentful towards other people in their lives also. And वो resentment जो होती है वो अक्सर होती है जो आपके आसपास लोग होते हैं, especially your husband. It's a very common occurrence in my practice, especially, and something that I've also personally experienced is that, and this is a very small example. For instance, your partner is sleeping beside you and you can't sleep because you have to take care of the baby and you have to first put the baby to sleep. Even though you're completely sleep deprived and you want to sleep yourself, you're completely exhausted and tired, and yet you don't have that freedom or that liberty to just go to sleep. And this particular instance, it's important to realize here that it's very natural for resentment to come up in this moment. But it's also important to understand to be mindful of these emotions. When they come up for you, what do you want to do about them? How do you think it will manifest in your relationship? How do you think it will affect the relationship? So during this time, what particularly helped me was being communicative, be understanding what I'm feeling, understanding the moments or the tasks in the day where I need help from my partner or from other people around. So women during this time also need to realize that it's important to ask for help. It's also important to understand that people around young mothers, especially partners, also need to provide a safe and judgment-free space for women, for these young mothers to communicate their feelings in a safe and judgment-free way, where there's understanding, where there's empathy for this mother. And because already the mother is feeling guilty for feeling all these difficult emotions, all these overwhelming emotions. So it's important to give them that judgment-free and safe space. So what I've also noticed in my practice is that most women associate their self-worth by the different roles in their life, be it a daughter, a wife, a daughter-in-law, a friend, or even a professional. They want to show up in these roles as their perfect selves. And in all of this, there is another role that's added to the mix, that is of a mother. And it is probably the hardest role to play. It is also important to note that motherhood and parenting is actually a lot of hard work. There is a lot of physical and emotional labor that goes into it. So while women are feeling pressured to fulfill all their responsibilities in the different roles in their lives, they also feel this pressure to keep it all together, to look completely sorted out and in control. And the internal critic kind of keeps telling them that you can't mess up, you can't be weak, you have to look strong, everything is on your shoulders, you have to hold the fort. And so in this particular instance, it's important for women to draw healthy boundaries, to be able to learn to say no to things that would drain them out. And over here, it's also important to realize that how important self-care activities are. It's important to do those things that bring you joy. एक और बहुत common चीज़ जो डिस्कस होती है in the therapy room is the relationship that women have with their bodies. Naturally, after giving birth to a child, your body goes through an enormous amount of change. A lot of women, they complain about how they look at their bodies now. They feel disgusted, they feel ashamed. They look at their bodies and they say कि मैं अपने आप को पहचान भी नहीं पा रही अभी इस वक्त. That's the kind of emotional impact that it has on women when they look at themselves. So unfortunately, when women are going through such negative emotions about themselves, it's very unfortunate that they're also unable to, have compassion from people around them as well. They kind of also perpetuate these feelings, these negative feelings about themselves. Another important aspect that I particularly want to talk about is the constant wave of comparisons and criticism that is thrown on the young mothers, especially from other women around them, be it mothers or mother-in-laws. There are always some sort of comparisons that are being made to how the young mother is performing their her child rearing duties. बहुत दफ़ा मेरी practice में young mothers have come up and stated that मेरी अम्मी या मेरी mother-in-law जो हैं, मेरी सास जो हैं, उन्होंने वो I feel really bad, वो मुझे कहती हैं मैंने तो अपने टाइम पे कभी एपिड्यूरल ही नहीं लगवाया था, मैंने तो अपने बच्चे को 2 साल तक अपना दूध पिलाया था, तुमने भी अपना दूध पिलाना है, तुम बच्चे को इतनी गोद की ना आदत डालो, इस तरह बच्चा ख़राब हो जाएगा. And so on and so forth. And what happens as a result of this constant criticism is, or this constant comparison is, that women start feeling really inadequate. They start feeling I'm not good enough. उन औरतों को इन मदर्स को लगता है कि शायद मैं कुछ ठीक नहीं कर रही, तो एक सेल्फ डाउट अंदर आ जाता है, एक सेल्फ डाउट पैदा हो जाता है यंग मदर्स के अंदर. And as a result, they also start feeling resentful towards their mothers and mothers-in-laws, who can actually be a source of great help and guidance for them. And during this particular time, unfortunately, women are unable to get that safe understanding or validation of their experiences, or empathy, or encouragement during this time. So it's important for people around young mothers to be sensitive, to be mindful of how they show up for these mothers. Another important reflection that I want to make right now is the dilemma of young mothers, whether to be a working mother, whether to be a stay-at-home mother. And this is something that I also had to personally navigate through. And I feel like women of our generation are really struggling through this dilemma. And during this reflection, what I realized was that there's a lot of worthlessness that comes up for women who do not decide to pursue their careers after becoming a mother, or take a pause after becoming a mother. And on the other spectrum are women who decide to pursue their careers, whether out of choice or out of financial obligations and responsibilities, but with them they carry a lot of guilt and a lot of judgment from themselves and from the society as well. And so in both cases, there's a lot of overwhelming emotion and difficult experience that the woman is trying to hold while fulfilling all her other responsibilities. We belittle and devalue mothering and child rearing tasks a lot. What happens is that because when we're working, there's, you get a lot of recognition, you get a lot of praise, you get financial compensation for it. And all these aspects are completely missing when you're raising a child. It's literally invisible labor. Even though it requires a lot of time, energy, effort, a lot of organizational and management skills, yet there's not a lot of value that we attach to it. You know, अक्सर औरतें मेरे पास आती हैं और कहती हैं मेरा तो हस्बैंड मुझे कहता है तुमने पूरा दिन घर पे किया क्या है. This is a very very common statement that comes up. These are some of the aspects that I personally reflected on in my journey, and I was able to make better decisions for myself and for my family. And I started to finally enjoy motherhood and not take it as this burdening responsibility or a limitation to my own growth. In fact, it is an experience where there is immense growth, there is a lot of richness that is added to your life through this particular experience. During the postpartum time, women go through a lot of difficult emotions, a lot of overwhelming emotions. एंड ये जो सारे डिफ़िकल्ट इमोशंस हैं, चाहे वो सेल्फ डाउट हो, चाहे वो रिजेंटमेंट हो, आइसोलेशन हो, फ्रस्ट्रेशन हो, एंगर हो, होपलेसनेस हो, these are very difficult emotions to hold. So it's very important for us to be compassionate and kind to ourselves during this time. It's also important to understand that people around young mothers also need to show compassion, understanding, and empathy for these mothers. Over here, I also especially want to point out that women who are experiencing extreme emotional distress and which is affecting their day-to-day functionality, and it has been prolonged for a certain period of time, then it's important to seek professional help, and there is no shame in seeking help for this. By seeking help, you will be able to better manage and work through these difficult emotions and this difficult phase of your life. At the end, I also want to especially mention that there's a lot of guilt and shame that young mothers carry. And guilt or shame बहुत heavy emotions होते हैं to hold. It takes a huge toll on you mentally, emotionally, and physically. It starts showing up physically in your body. So it's important to show compassion towards yourself. Sometimes feeling angry, resentful, isolated will not make you an ungrateful mother. It is okay to feel all these feelings. It is okay and it's completely human to experience these feelings. And so at the end, I would just like to say that we need to humanize difficult emotions that come up for us, and we need to show compassion towards ourselves and other women around us.